Hey everyone, it's Bethany with Bethany's Homestead. So I'm excited to come to you with a new antique and thrift haul. So it'll be the first one of 2026 and hopefully the first of many for 2026. If you've watched my channel so far, I've been going for 4 weeks now with my brand new channel, Bethany's Homestead. If you haven't liked and subscribed already, I would appreciate it so much. And of course, share the video. That would be appreciated as well. And if you like antique hauls, thrifting hauls, decorate with me's, and just lifestyle videos, definitely go ahead and hit that subscribe button. So I hope you all had a wonderful 2025, but it is a brand new year, new days, new opportunities. So I'm excited about it and I hope you are as well. So I want to share with you all tonight a few things that I've picked up already. I've been off this week, the week after Christmas. So I've got to do some shopping. So that's been fun. And I want to share with you all what all I've picked up. So, um, I have a small thrift haul. So we'll go ahead and do it first, get those items out of the way, and then we'll go ahead with the antique haul that I've got. And it is between a couple different stores. So I'll share those stores and then I'll share those items with you all. I also have this new little handy thing. I don't know if you're hearing me better. I don't even know if I have it connected right, to be honest with you, but my son got this for me for Christmas this year. It's some microphones. I thought that was so sweet of him. Actually, him and my husband both picked up the same microphones for Christmas. They didn't know they had ordered the same thing, but they're both supportive of my YouTube channel. Again, if you don't know yet, I am Bethany. I have a husband and two boys. My boys are 19 and 14, and they've just had fun listening to my excitement about the new YouTube channel. So that was very sweet of them to both get me some equipment for this with my microphones and an awesome stand. So I was excited about that. Now, if you hear some jingling in the background, that's Moxie. If you've watched any of my videos, you've met her. You might see her again tonight. But she has got a brand new toy for Christmas and she is going crazy with it. So um, she's loving it. But we'll go ahead and get started. And go ahead and drop me a comment. Have you got to go antiquing or thrifting yet in 2026? And if not, do you plan on doing it soon? Let me know in the comments. I love to do it myself, and I would love to hear if you all have already been or if you're planning on going soon. Okay, so the thrifting haul, like I said, is small. So we'll just go ahead and get started. I know Christmas is already behind us, but when I found this for 10 cents, I couldn't pass it up. It was a cute country home magazine with Santa on it. How cute is that? Just the red border. I thought that was super cute. I can use it on a hutch. I can use it um, just on one of my side tables in my living room next year. But I thought that was so cute. Give me just a second. Okay. Sorry, I had to pull this little toy away from Moxie because if not, she's going to be playing with that. And um, don't worry, she has another stuffed animal over there that she can play with. So, thought that was very cute. 10 cents. The next thing on my antique, or not antique, thrift haul was this large ceramic pot. It's got the blue with the florals. I'm going to be honest with you. Nothing in my house would match this. I have no blues nor pink, but I thought it was really pretty. Can always have my husband to drill some holes in it and use this as a planter outside on my deck or something. Do you all shop like me sometimes at thrifting stores when you find a good deal? Maybe not always have an idea or spot in mind for it, but pick it up because it's a great deal and you'll have it if you need it, right? If not, I'll turn back around and donate it or sell it. So, not a big deal either way. Okay. The other item I got, I know this is not a home decor item, but saw this little sweatshirt, thought it was super cute. Wild West with the little rodeo cowboy and horse on there, $3. Thought that was cute. Loved the color. And then the last, and I'm going to be going up and down because all the stuff's in the floor on the couch, is these two little glass domes, 75 cents each. That's what I'm using them as, if that was not their purpose. But thought these were really cute. I can always put a little plate under it as its base, leave it just right on the table. But I'm actually wanting a lot of these, and I'm having a hard time finding them. Now, if I wasn't wanting them, of course, you'll find them everywhere. But I'm having a little bit harder time finding these, and I'm wanting large ones. I want a taller one. I want all shapes and sizes. I'm wanting to basically cover one of my tabletops with all glass domes and put different things in there. I've saw really cute ideas. Plus, I've been collecting some things to put in these for that table. So I do want to find those. I actually did find three today when I went and visited a thrift store. Um, However, the price was not in my price range. So it was, let's see, they went from $80. There was 180, 190, and then one was 200. Now, granted, the one that was 200 was massive. It was more short and squatty, but it was massive. The other two were tall, and they were actually Pyrex brand. I know what Pyrex brand obviously is. However, I've never saw glass domes in that brand. Are the glass domes the same as what I'm thinking Pyrex is? I'm not even sure of that. Did they have something like that back in the day? I have no idea. Do you know? Comment and let me know. I would love to know. Like I said, one of those was 80, one was 90. I think I have a little bit of Christmas money left, but I'll have to really, really want that if I pay $80 for that, or maybe that booth will have a sale pretty soon. So that actually wraps up the thrift haul. So now we're going to go right into the antique haul. Now, the antique haul that I've done, like I said, it's multiple stores. One of them I have never been to before, so I was excited to go. Sorry if you just moved. That was Moxie moving, y'all. But was in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, and it's called Four Sisters Antiques. So it is massive. I wish I knew the square footage of that building. It is huge. Look it up sometime on Facebook. They have a great Facebook page that I follow, and it has everything, tons of vendors, and they keep, I mean, fully stocked at all times. So, is what I've heard. And the day that I went, being after Christmas, was very fully stocked. And I've not been seeing that at thrift stores nor at other antique stores I've been visiting after Christmas. So I was excited to see that. So check out their Facebook page. Like I said, Four Sisters Antiques in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And we're just going to get started. Also, another antique store that I visited was Antiques on 231. You've heard me talk about them before. I've visited them before and I've bought from them before. So I'm going to share just all of the stores and know that it's multiple antique stores that I visited this week. So one of the things that I got was this butter mold. I know I got this at Four Sisters. It doesn't have the print, but it was on a great deal. Actually, I've been looking for these because, again, I would like to get about um, 10, 11 of these for something that I want to do, but they're expensive. Now again, I'm new into this antiquing of um because normally I've always been a thrifter. So the antique stores, yes, I know they're more expensive, and yes, I will pay that money. But some of them I've noticed are much more than others. Now, I do know some of them have the imprints on the bottom or the stamp. And yes, I'll definitely want some of those. But found this one at Four Sisters, thought it was a great deal, and picked that up as my first butter mold. Oh, another item I got from I know this came from Four Sisters because I remember I was able to talk to the booth owner actually at this one. So she actually said she owned a 1800s home herself. I thought that was really cool. And she had used this and installed it in her home. And she had two, but this is the one that I favored. And it was the larger one. And it is one of the spools. It has the green and a little bit of that yellow coming through. But I thought this was really pretty. I always love the dark wood. And I actually have been collecting these and I have, when I say collecting these, I mean like the last 3 weeks I've been picking them up and I've been very um, good with coming across these. So I will show you some more I've actually got in this haul too. And let's see. Um, Another thing I picked up, and I just put it on the bag right before this video because it was the only thing in that one bag, is this brown pot. However, it had a lid when I bought it, and it doesn't now. So hopefully it's in one of these boxes or it's with um Nani who went with me that day. I know um the lady had put some things in her boxes and told me that, which I thought I got them all out. So maybe the lid just fell out of there. It's got the USA marking on the bottom, and it does have a brown lid with a little knob on the top. I'm thinking that I'm going to style my green hutch. I done a decorate with me on that green hutch um, the last couple of weeks with my Christmas decor. I'm thinking about doing all brown pottery up there on the top. So haven't decided because all my Christmas decor is still up. I was late to the game putting it up, so I'm going to enjoy it for a few more weeks. My work is closed. I think it's January 19th, so I will probably pick that weekend to remove my Christmas decor and put up my um, new decor. And I don't think I'm going to do like the switch between Christmas to winter. I think I'm just going to go from Christmas. I am going to leave it up a little bit longer. So then I'll go into everyday decor, then back into season decorating. So that's my plan. And I'm trying to decide if that hutch is going to be brown pottery with pops of color or white pottery with pops of color. Another thing that I'm wanting to collect, and I actually got a couple pieces in my haul tonight, is ironstone, the white ironstone. Um, so we'll see which direction I go. If I don't go with the white immediately after Christmas decor, this would be beautiful for the fall decor. But I like decorating with this kind of colors, honestly, all throughout the year, unless I am doing something that's all white um, on those hutches in my kitchen. Okay, so sticking with the theme of the pots here, got this one as well. I believe, yeah, this is McCoy. I do have a few McCoy pieces, so I was excited to find this and add this to my collection. It's the two-toned one, but I think this will look really good and break up some of that brown if I do decide or when I decide to do all the brown on that green hutch. I'll add some of the two-tone pottery pieces to add, to break it up a little bit. Okay. Another piece I picked up at the antique store was this recipe box. I had been actually wanting a recipe box. I had just told my grandma this week that I would like to do a recipe box. I have honestly no great system of my recipes right now. They are literally all just written on different pieces of paper, and that's not very organized. It's not organized at all. So this will be cute, I think, to add to my kitchen. Now, I do the dark woods in the living room, but my kitchen is black candles, white cabinets, So we'll see. I'm going to try and see what this looks like in there, because my kitchen table is the two-tone black and wood. My hutch that we decorated together, or no, we did the other antique haul in front of that one, is also matches the table, the black and brown two-toned. So I think this is actually going to look really good. And this already has some pretty accents, so I think I'm going to leave the knobs and hardware just as is. Okay. Oh, this was another one I do remember came from Four Sisters in Murfreesboro. And the reason I got this is because it's actually a perfume uh, bottle. I was thinking it might have been Avon, but it's not. See what it says. Dab's Creations is what it says. Not sure what that is. But how cute is the little woman? She's glass. Actually, a little bit of perfume still in there, and I can smell it from the bottle with that little floral piece. But my idea is actually to remove her altogether. That's going to take a little bit of figuring out how to do, because she is in there. But like I said, I wanted the domes so I can use the dome, which I might use her for a little bit, but I can always remove her and use this for the dome purpose or the cloche purpose. Here's a piece I got. So I'm thinking I have no this color green in my kitchen. However, I'm always changing things, updating things. Maybe a month it's this, or a couple months it's this, and then I'll change it out. Sorry, it's showing my battery's low. But I am wanting to add some of the Fire King glassware and just a few pieces, maybe to like my spring decor. And when I saw this, I thought this was perfect to add because of the color in the background and the florals on there for spring or summer, whichever I decide to do the Fire King. How pretty will that be to put on one of my hutches in the back? I thought that was really pretty. And it's metal. Okay, here is another spoil I got. This antique store vendor, actually, they had 3 of these. I probably should have went ahead and picked up the other 3. This was the larger one, though, of all of the 3, and this one was a great deal. This one was $12, so I thought this was really good. That's what the top looks like. So just to get a size idea from the one that I got, this one was $20 at Four Sisters, but I had a gift card for $20 there. So that's what I got. That, and then this one here was $12. So I thought that was a great deal. You could also use those spoils to do like a little plant stand. That would be cute to put on there. You could put an LED candle on one. That would be cute. I'm wanting to get a bunch of doilies. I don't have but a very few. And when I saw this one, it was like $3. And that booth was having 20% off. So I thought that one was really cute. I forgot what this was. Oh, yes. Okay, so this was another vendor booth I went to, and it's just a little clock, but I really liked the shape. I'm not fond of the solid black, but I'll paint it or add some rub and buff. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep the black and add rub and buff to it, or go a completely different direction and paint it white and then add some rub and buff. I'm not sure what I'm going to do just yet there, but my idea for this little clock is to put it in one of the cloches with a few other things. So you get the idea and see the shape of that one. It's obviously not old, not vintage, but it has the look of that to me. So I thought that was cute. Okay, gonna run over here to the couch and get some things. Okay, here was another store. This was actually the only thing I got from this store, and I can't remember where this was, but it's just a vintage masher. Has a little bit of the red paint there left, and then nothing on that side, so I thought that was really cute. Okay, let's see. And these are some items from Antiques on 231. So I've got this little wrought iron. What is that? One of those shoe molds. The opening, I was going to add just some matches in there. I thought that would be really cute. And then, like I said, I was wanting to add some ironstone, so I picked up this one. This is Homer Laughlin. Thought that was pretty. Don't know what this is, but I got that one as well. So those are the two I picked up. Now, here's a box of some goodies. Okay, more spools. So I told you I am collecting those. So you might see, you'll probably see me pick them up whenever I find them. These were really, really good deals. I think $8 for this one. And then these three little small ones. I don't have any this size. And this was the only three they had. So I got all of those. Then picked up this bowl. And I do want to read the back of the tag because that's really the reason I bought this one. So it's myrtle wood. Have you heard of myrtle wood? If so, comment and let me know below. But I'm going to read the tag, and it says, and this is hard for me to read because it's been poked at and it's kind of scrunched together. So one of the rarest and most beautiful woods known, it is found only in a very small area on the Pacific coast and in the Holy Land. It is also one of the most ancient woods of which we have any record. Having been mentioned by writers of the Old Testament, every piece of myrtle wood is an art started by nature centuries ago and finished by today's skilled craftsmen. So that's what the back looks like. And that's what the bowl looks like. It's really pretty. It's beautiful, actually, that color wood. Okay. And then, guess what I did find? So remember, I found the two little glass domes, or that's what I'm going to use them as, the glass cloches at that thrift store, just the little mini tiny ones. But then at this antique store, I did find a bigger one. So I was so excited about this, and I was really excited because the price was like $10. So there's that one. And I thought that was really cute. But these are so great. You can put all kinds of little things in them. I might could even fit you could do that. There's one of the spools in one of them. I think if I had a little book and then the little clock in one. So there's so many ideas, and I was really excited about finding that one. Okay. And I think I have a few items left. Actually, a whole box left. I found this trinket tray or trinket shelf. It's already got the hanger on the back, which is nice. This green color is really pretty. It would be really pretty for spring and summer, and really pretty for the idea I had of using the Fire King and that tray. So I don't know if that's the direction I'm going to go in. If you've heard me say before, when I was doing my decorating videos a couple weeks ago on my shelves, I really just kind of pull out all my stuff and go with it, you know. And I don't mean all my stuff, but pull out, you know, whatever season it is or whatever direction I think I'm wanting to use, and then just play around with it. So I've never had one of these. I can always paint this as well. Somebody obviously has painted this the screen color because this is the back of it. And like I said in my last antique haul, I'm liking little miniature things. So how perfect would this be to actually have a home for all my little miniatures? Okay. And then let's see. Before we get into the box, let me somebody wants to say hi. So here's Moxie. You've all met her a couple of times already. I've been doing YouTube now for 4 weeks, and I think she's made an appearance in almost every video. Tonight she has her pearls on though, so she is just adorable. Does anybody have a dachshund? We have 2. It's Moxie and Roscoe is ours, and Roscoe is a red dachshund, and he rules the roost here, but she does too. She's spoiled rotten, and so is he. Okay, so now I'm going to go into the box that I got. Speaking of dogs, how adorable is he? I thought he was adorable. So I'm thinking of an idea for my hallway. We have a little spot, and I mean little spot that's just like a little half wall. And I wanted to do something to that area, just because I would like to make that like a little dog area. And when I say that, like some cute little pictures, as well as they're harnessed on there. So what I'm thinking is vintage frame, a little cute hook that is maybe like the coloring of like brass, if it's not real brass, a hook like that. And then maybe a mirror or something, you know. It could even be a cross stitch picture or something. I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do. But when I saw this, I thought it was adorable. And I hope I didn't leave behind the one that matched it, which was a cat. No, we don't have a cat, but it was adorable. It's that, is that applique? Cross stitch is what I want to learn. This isn't cross stitch. Maybe that's applique, but let me know in the comments. I may be completely saying that wrong. But I thought he was adorable. He may not be a dash hound, but he looked like it to me with those long, big ears and that little short body and those little short legs, or that long body and those little short legs. I thought he was so cute. So hopefully I picked up the cat, because then I could do this picture, the cat here, their harnessed hooks, and then something right above the harnessed hooks, even like a mirror that was maybe in this color. That would be really cute, but I can't remember if I picked up the cat one or not. And if I didn't, then there goes that idea. But I'm still going to do something there. So, and I'll find a spot for him. But he was adorable. All right, let's see. Oh, this must be glass because it's wrapped. Oh, yes. So again, remember how I said I wanted to do the, oh wait, there's two pieces in this. So I've got to be really careful because I could have just jerked that paper out and broke this. But okay, so I'll show you the green bow here in a minute. That's where I was fixing to go when I saw that, but then I realized there's something else in here. So, okay. Yes, this little cute, says made in Japan, and it's a little teapot. How cute is that? I thought this was adorable, and this will look good. Actually, this will go if I do the white ironstone on that green hutch, or if I do the brown pottery, or I can use this for both spring and fall, and make it work with the change out of the pottery. But this will look really good just to give you an idea. So that's what that would kind of look like with that one. Really like that. But I thought this was so cute with the little windmill on it. Actually has a little piece of paper. How cute. I think I even said in one of my videos, because I thought I found a little note in there. Wouldn't that be cute to find a little note or a love note? That would be so cool. But this one, it is a little note. It looks like this was a gift to someone, and it says, "To dear," and I can't read that. Oh, "To dear sweet dough. Here's your antique with much love, Miss Berruin." But how sweet. And then here that is. So whatever that story is, it ended up into a little antique store, and now I have it. I'm gonna actually put the little note back in there. But how cute. And I think this will look good, like I said, with the white ironstone too, you know. Okay. Now let's go back to that green bow that was in. So like I said, I was wanting to do some of the Fire King. I checked the bottom. This is the Fire King. It's 1.5 quart, so it is the smaller bow, but I picked it up. Now this was a little more than I wanted to pay, but that's okay because it's my first bow. Now, what I would really like to have eventually too, and I will hopefully thrift this or antique this one day, is the set of mixing bowls, I think it is. Well, it's not, I think it is, I know it is. It's the 3 set of mixing bowls in the Fire King. I would love to have that. So we'll have to keep our eyes open for that. But I thought that was really pretty. And this is my first, no, this is not my first piece of Fire King. This is my first Fire King bowl. My first piece of Fire King, you all saw that as well when we were doing the large thrift or antique haul that took me like 40 some minutes, and who knows, this one might be going that far too. But I had found a couple little mini plates, so I did find those, and then I found this. So okay, Moxie, get out of that. All right, going back to the brown pictures, this says haul on the bottom. And that was one, so that's definitely going to go with the two-toned and the solid brown McCoy one and the USA one. Okay. And then this I picked up at the antique store. And like I said, where I'm doing the ironstone, I just thought this was pretty. It says McCoy on the bottom. Thought that was really pretty to add. And it does have a little chip. I thought it did, and the lady was like, "Oh, probably not," but it does actually. And she had already wrapped it and everything, but it's no big deal. It's inside the lip, and obviously, I'm not using it as actual pour, and it's going to be used as decor. And really, you even see it? No, so that's fine. And I think this one was um, $12. So maybe they knew that there was a little chip on it, and that's why it was only $12. But I thought that handle was pretty. Oh, guess what I just found, y'all? The lid. That's the lid that goes with the first pot, I think it was, that I showed you. So there it is. It's complete. That's wonderful. I will let you know, I just won a bid on eBay. I haven't purchased, shopped, really even looked on eBay in years. I think the last time I looked on eBay to buy something was my son, who now is 19, maybe when he was like 11, 12. He's always been into Western stuff, cowboy stuff. I mean, he's a huge John Wayne fan. Even to this day, he loves anything Western. And they had these old vintage little cowboy pieces. Of course, you couldn't go to the store to buy them. It was on his Christmas list, and eBay was the only place, and I actually found one on eBay. Um, I mean, when I say they were old, they were a good 80 years old, because I think they were made a few years before my grandparents' birth year was. So anyway, it wasn't like a item that we could run to Walmart or Target to pick up, you know? So anyway, that's my point. I haven't shopped in eBay for a while. Did just get an email that I won a bid. I'm so excited, and I'll share that when I get it in. But it's a piece that I've set on here that I've been looking for, and I thought, let's just check eBay. Checked eBay literally that day, and one was like, if you offered a lower price, I guess it just, automatically charged me or whatever if nobody bid higher than me, and I think it had like 2 hours left to go on it. So I won that one. Then I got an email saying you're the highest bid for the other one, because I happened to see the same item and I put a bid on it. But I don't think I had to do anything with that, because it wasn't like you automatically had to pay for that one. So I won a set of three with my bid. So once I get those, I will share it with you. And I'm excited. I'm not going to tell you what it is just yet, but I'll share it with you when I get it in. But here is another brown pottery piece. This one has no markings on the bottom, but it was, I thought would be pretty to add to whenever I add the brown pottery to that hutch. Oh yes, I got these butter pats. I'm trying to get a little closer, but now I've got all this in front of my feet, so I'm trying not to break anything either. But these little butter pads, how cute. It's got the little floral piece, and that's what they are on the side. So how many is that? 5. And that's what they look like. Now, these two look like they're different from the other three I just showed you. butter pats. What would you think the going rate for butter pats would be? Um, these were $5 a piece. Um, but because I bought all five, she gave me a discount. Um, so I got a really good deal on these. Was just in a different antique store, and gosh, they had some butter pats. Um, what were they? Like $40 a piece. Um, now I'm not going to do that, but if you want to, that's fine, of course. But when I saw these for five, and then I bought all five, so I got a discount, I was really excited. Okay, looks like I have one more item to show you. It is this ironstone piece here. It says Smith Phillips on the bottom. And I was so excited about this one. And it was a great deal. It was $25. So I thought this was really pretty. And a percentage off of that too. So just love that. And to give you an idea, to go back to the brown, just to sort of get an idea of where I'm going with that little windmill picture, I just love adding pieces. He will go good with the white pieces too. So he'll go both when I do my spring decor, probably, and my fall decor. Okay, so it looks like I have showed you everything. So, who else has their Christmas decor still up? Let me know in the comments. I want to know, am I the only crazy out there? Or I'm not going to say crazy. I just love the Christmas decor. Plus, I got started later this year on my Christmas decor. So, I haven't had mine up since summertime or fall. So I am, and not that there's nothing wrong with that, absolutely nothing wrong with that. Some years I may do that as well. But I did get a later start, so I want to enjoy mine. So it will probably be definitely mid um, January before I take mine down, which is perfectly fine. Everybody do as you please in your home with the decor. You can keep your Christmas up as long as you want. So I'm going to keep enjoying mine until the holiday that my work is closed in January. I believe it's like January 19th. So I'll keep mine up and going until then. And then that will give me a 3-day weekend to get it all down. And plus, right now, I'm trying to organize a little bit. No, I take that back. I'm not organizing right now. I'm decluttering right now. So I actually took off 2 stores or 2 boxes to a thrift store today. Have some other places that I take some of my stuff and some clothes that I take a different place. So I've got things together and we'll see where that goes. I'm thinking, okay, it's 2026. How great would that be? Let's try to each week get 26 items. That's easy to do, right? So we'll see. I'm saying this right now to hold myself accountable. 26 items this week. I've already got my 26 items done for week one, really, because I've already done 26. So, yes, holding myself accountable right now. Who's in? Are you in with me? Can you do 26 items from each week from now until the end of January? I think we can. So, and it can be anything. It can be little things, big things, in between things, anything. Keep a little piece of paper. Do a little check mark or something every time you put a few things, or count how many things you put in a box. And let's see, can we get 26 items each week? That will be fun. So we'll check in with each other each week and see if we have got our 26 items. Okay. So I hope you all have had a wonderful couple of days. It's January 3rd right now. So I hope you all have a great year ahead. God bless you all, and happy thrifting and antiquing in 2026. Bye, everyone.